This is Racer X with another video, and yes, you get to see me in this video. I've been like a ghost with a voice in all my videos. Okay, here's what I'm going to show you guys today. Okay, now on the hold on, Vitavon aluminum wheels. Okay, front and rear. Okay, we're not going to talk about the wheel. We're going to talk about foam inserts today. So here's what we're going to do. Now, on the Vitavon aluminum wheels, you're going to use this material as a foam insert, and it is nice and soft. Okay, and it's going to get softer once your tires are mounted. I'm going to use a plastic wheel right now just to show you what's going on. Okay, but you will be using it on the aluminum Vitavon wheels. Okay, so before you guys go ahead and mount up the wheels and do all that stuff, you're going to need to do this. First of all, you're going to need to go get some stuff like this. This is a foam noodle. Okay, I believe that is, I would say that's 1 inch. Yeah, it's about 1 inch, give or take. Don't quote me on it, but I believe it's 1 inch. I don't have a ruler right here. But you know what? Hold on. Let me... Sorry about the delay. I wanted to measure it off. Okay, it is not 1 inch. Okay, it is a 1/2 inch. So you want a 1/2 inch noodle like this. And this is used for like molding on houses, insulation, stuff like that. Okay, you can get this on Amazon or anywhere on the internet, or your Home Depot, Lowe's. Just depends on where you live and what you have available. Okay, but for you guys in Euro, and I love you guys, you will have to go on the internet to get this. Okay, and it is a 1/2 inch. Okay, like I said, yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to get a whole bunch of it, because you're going to start mounting your tires and rims with this. Okay, you're going to try to, at least on the plastic, and I know it works positively on the aluminum, and I will show you how soft it is in a minute. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead and you're going to put it up on your rim, turn it all the way around till you get your perfect circumference, like that, nice and snug. You're going to pinch it right there. Okay, you're going to take your scissors and put them in between like this, and you're going to cut off a piece. I'm not going to cut it because I'm going to need this for something else, but you go ahead and cut it. Okay, then you're going to go ahead and you're going to, we'll take it off the rim. You're going to go ahead and butt it up, butt the piece that you just cut right here, okay, up to this piece, and you're going to take, okay, it's going to go like that. You're going to take your fingers and pinch it together like that. Spread out your fingers a little bit, like that. You're going to take a stapler, and you're going to staple the inside right here together, okay? So now you have a perfect donut, okay, that's going to fit nice and snug on your wheel like that, okay, after it's been stapled. You just hold the staple part, pull your foam over till it's in the groove, and now you got a foam insert, okay, and you can use us on all your rims and tires. One thing you will have to check is that when you put the tire on for the front, that the tire goes on correctly and it does not pull the tire lip from the seam of the rim on this edge here, okay, to make sure on the plastic wheels that, you know, the tire still fits correctly onto the rim, and you can glue it correctly all the way around. In other words, the tire's not lifted up from the foam insert from the lip to where you can't get it to sit down. You can possibly do that if you're having trouble by pushing on the tire against the wheel as you're gluing, but it's up to you. Okay, I would make sure that on the plastic wheels only that the tire fits on there correctly and touches the outside edge. Okay, before you do any gluing. Okay, now this is just the front. I don't have a rear, but you're going to do the same thing on the rear as you did on the front. You're going to go ahead and do one of these, okay, for the rear, okay, and cut it. Then you're going to go ahead and do a second one and cut it, okay. So in other words, you're going to run two of these, okay, on the groove in your rear rim, and just one of these on your front rim. Hopefully you understand what I just told you. Okay, once you do that, you should be good to go. And same thing, every time you cut it, you staple it together before you put it on the rim. Put your tire on in the rear like you do in the front, with two of these. Okay, two of these, it'll be like that. Okay, two of these together for the rear, because the groove is a lot wider than the front. Okay, and then put your tire on. Make sure your foam is in the groove. Okay, this groove here in the middle. Okay, on front and rear, and then see if the tire's going to fit on the rim properly so you can glue it. Once again, if it doesn't and you want to push it down on the lip as you glue it, then, see if you can do that. But, I strongly suggest that the tire fits 100% on the rim before you start gluing. So you're going to have to play with it a little bit, so you understand where I'm coming from and what this is all about. Okay, so mess with the foam and the tire first before you start gluing, just to be safe. And then you determine whether you're going to be able to glue it properly to the rim with the foam in there or not. If it doesn't want to, the tire doesn't want to go down on the wheel properly to the lip, you're going to have to determine to push it down and glue it as you're pushing it down. Or you just don't run the foam at all. Now that's just for the plastic wheels. Yes, I jumped from plastic wheel to aluminum. This, I know, has to be run, okay, whether it be a stock tire or a GRP, on the Vitavon aluminum wheels. Has to be, okay? You don't want to run no tire insert on the aluminum wheels, and this is the reason why. Let's get into it. Okay, reason being that once you glue it up with the shoe goo and everything I told you in one of my other videos, okay, and everything is all dried, okay, and it doesn't have a tire insert, once this compresses, okay, from pulling wheelies or jumps or whatever it is that you're doing to beat on the tires, you're going to have a blowout. It's just going to blow out, from the sides. It's boom. Okay, now the tire is off the wheel and you're going to have to take it off and re-glue the whole thing because it doesn't have a tire insert. You can get away with that on plastic wheels, not running a foam insert, okay? But it's strongly suggested that you run a foam insert. So it's your determination whether you want to run it or not, okay? But on the aluminum, you have to have a foam insert. Why Vitavon didn't offer it with the rims or their tires, I do not know. They may offer it with their tires and expect you to buy their tires and rims so it can all be put on there properly. I don't know. I don't run that. So what you want to do is run the foam insert I just told you. Now, once it's all done, like these have been done, okay, and you push on it, that's nice and soft. And these are brand new tires, so they're still a little tough. But yeah, look at that. Much better. Much better. Now let's turn it to the rear. Hopefully you can see the rear. Yes, you can. Okay. And once again, you're going to push on it. See how nice and soft that is? That would be considered, once the tire is broken in, a medium soft insert. Okay, but right now it's a little tough because they're brand new tires. They've only been ran once. Once I start beating on them, the tire gets soft. Yes, it's going to be nice and soft. It's pretty soft as it is right now, as you can see. Okay. So that's pretty much it. Another thing I want to tell you guys that's important. I know in one of my videos I said go ahead and use shoe goo. Well, you can still use the shoe goo and set up your tires that way. You just have to let it dry completely, like I said in the video. So everything's 100%. But you have to run tire foam inserts. Otherwise, you're going to blow it out and you're going to be re-shoe gooing all over again, and it's going to do the same thing. Okay? If you say, well, I can't get the foam or whatever the deal is, I know I told you guys not to use CA to glue the rim on, but if you have to, then do what you got to do. Okay? Because tires are expensive and all that, and the rims are expensive too. But if you use quarter gallon of acetone in a pot, okay, a dedicated pot to your RC tires and rims, and let it sit for about, I would say probably 7-8 hours, okay, then what'll happen is your excess tire, after you've cut off the top, will start releasing and you'll be able to pull it off the rim. But once again, it's a mess. It's going to take some time. It's a hassle, and you will have to clean that rim really good, okay, with acetone until everything is perfect. Okay, so if you don't mind doing that, then use CA. If you do mind doing it, then use shoe goo. I tried some other adhesive properties to experiment for the past 3 or 4 days, and it's been very tough to find something else that's gonna stick and hold really well. Also, in one of my videos, I said contact cement. Well, you're gonna have to use some really strong contact cement, and it's got to at least sit one full day or one full night before you can even run them. But once again, you can still pull the tire off and reuse it and clean it up and start over again. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. I did anodize my spokes, which is really cool. I'm not going to do a video on that. Reason being because you guys won't be able to get the anodizing product unless you have a special effects license, like what I have, in order to get that electroplated anodizing dye. But it looks really cool. Okay. I think that's it, man. Happy racing. It's a long video again. Hopefully you understood everything I showed you. And peace out, Racer X.